Hi, and welcome to A Little Piece of Promised Land. Do you have quail, or want to have quail, but want to know what it takes to get eggs? This is part 2 of our series on how to get your quail to lay eggs. So if you haven't seen part 1, please check it out, and you can find the link above. In the last video, we wanted to experiment with the location of our coop. In this video, to recap, we still have our 2 sections of ladies, but we have them both upstairs now on the south-facing side. Now, we did have one little instance of bullying, so instead of a 4-to-4 split in the 2 groups, we have 3 in Group A and 5 in the other ones. We had a little bit of bullying, and our flock leader, who I call Mama, needed to lay the smackdown on one of our fluffies, and now we have no more infighting. So this experiment is about food. We wanted a non-GMO organic food product similar to what you would find in quality and standards of New Country Organics back in America. So we went with a local food mill. That local food mill is also organic, also non-GMO, and was really helpful with transparency, with their formula, what they were giving us, and the food was amazing. It looked exactly like food you could eat as a human being. And it was everything that we wanted in food, except our quail never laid eggs. So we had to look around for something else. When we started looking elsewhere, we found that there wasn't really that big of an audience, or I guess a need or want, for non-GMO organic food here in Israel. And so there weren't that many places that had, in fact, there weren't any places that had both of those things. And if we wanted to look locally, something that we could actually get to, the options dwindled to nothing. So the thing we loved about our local food mill was that while they didn't have a game bird formula, they did have a broiler formula that was at 22%. So they worked with us and changed the formula so that we had a 24% protein formula for our game birds. But like I said, it didn't work. So we asked around a bunch of the local people who also keep quail, and they all recommended one of 2 places. One, Semach. Semach is like the Purina of Israel. They have a very good name, good quality feed, and if you're not looking for organic and you're not looking for a non-GMO option, they're an amazing, amazing brand. The problem was that they're about an hour and a half, maybe hour and 45 minutes away from us, versus our local mill was a 20-minute bike ride from our house, and they bulk sell. So you had to purchase your food by the half ton or ton or more. So that was a lot to try. That was a lot to buy when you were first looking just to try it and see if it worked. Option number 2 came highly recommended by all of the local keepers, but the problem was you have no idea what's inside of it. This bag of feed literally comes in an unmarked bag, and it's not that the store is repackaging it, that's how it comes from the original distributor. And so you have no information on protein percentage, what's in it, calcium. It looks like it was pellets that they crumbled and now it's a crumble. But lots of people locally use it, and they all get eggs and they all raise their own meat, and they have lots of great experience and stuff to say for it. So the question is, which of the 2 options would you go with?
1,000 pounds at a time is too much. So that really leaves us with the local option.
Okay, and it doesn't bother you about the unmarked bags?
Well, we have no idea what's in it. On the other hand, we have no idea what they were feeding the chickens before when we were getting eggs from the store.
That was the whole point.
Yeah, the eggs from the store were known to be not safe for human consumption.
Well, you might want to explain that.
Fine.
A little bit.
So a couple years ago, they finally got around to testing the eggs for their regular testing, and they found that they were, what did they have?
Dioxin.
They had dioxin. And so we were told that
We, the Israeli public.
Yes, we, the Israeli public, were told that the contaminated eggs were destroyed and that everything was better. but we weren't told if the eggs on the shelves were destroyed. We weren't told which two of the 5 distributors' eggs were the ones that were contaminated. All we knew was that if the eggs said that they were from out of the country, they had to be safe, because if they weren't safe, it was an international incident. If it was Israeli eggs sold to Israelis, you can hush it up and not tell anybody. And we weren't the only ones that felt this way. There was a lot of people actually going and hiding their eggs in foreign egg containers so that people would buy them.
Yeah. Everyone stopped buying local eggs, basically because you didn't know what was in it, and we knew that dioxin takes time to clean it up. So either they weren't telling us the whole truth that it was clear, or that there was just too many questions and they weren't giving us any information. And so a lot of people just started going without eggs.
So for us, it's even if we feed our quail GMO non-organic feed, and at the end of the day, we get nothing from the quail except for the eggs, and it comes up to the same price as store eggs, I still see that as a net win compared to eggs of questionable origin, which is what I feel we're getting here at the store sometimes.
What happened in the end? Well, we slowly integrated the new food from the old food, and our unmarked bag food works. We have eggs.
Yay!
So in the next couple of videos, we're going to talk about what we do with our quail eggs, different recipes, different things that you should also consider if you haven't already thought of these yourself. So,
And some of the fun also just comes from having quail eggs instead of chicken eggs.
yeah.